Would you fancy a bit of quizzage?
Yes, favourite part of the show.
Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yes, welcome one, welcome all. Time now for this week's quiz. The Chinese, it is a big quiz on CarBoyz. The Chinese are famed for 5,000 years of history, their silk, their food, and of course their ability to create global pandemics. But what are they renowned for? Well, at least in the world of motoring, is their ability to copy or mimic top brands. Wander around Beijing or Shanghai and you'll find a coffee shop called Moonbucks, a chicken shop called Country Fried Chicken, and a shop selling iPads and iPhones called Orange. As Confucius say, imitation is sincerest form of flattery. Well, those inscrutable Chinese also have a habit of copying famous European and American brands and making their own version of said brands. I'm sure the Flying Dragon brand has a perfect copy of a Bentley, albeit with a different brand logo on the front. And as for the car Chinese brand called Honky, I personally find that very racist, but as not as much as the Chinese minivan manufacturer called Goddamn Cracker. Now, obviously, we as Britishers on the show have no idea about Chinese car brands, but we do have an eye for what car I'm looking at simply by the style of the car. We understand what that car is. So as the show now has entered the 20th century and we have cameras, we can now give you the benefits of pictures. This week our quiz is entitled even Guess the Brand, and I'll be asking our lucky contestant to name the car brand from the West that the Chinese company is copying. Obviously, for copyright reasons, we'll not call them fakes, but merely homages to classic vehicles. This week, certainly if we don't want to catch a global pandemic, this week we've got a lucky lad who's come all the way from the kitchen to the loft to take part in our quiz. How are you, Simon?
I'm good. I'm raring to go. Looking forward to this one.
Super, smashing, great. Now this week you're in with a chance of winning an all expenses paid cruise around the world on a luxury liner, valid for the next 3 weeks. So you've got to guess the brand that I show, and you've got to tell me the fakies or the originals that these fakies are based on. Do you understand?
I do, yes.
Fantastic. Here we go. The first one. The first one is a 320. It's 1.3 litre Super Mini produced by the Chinese company Lifan. Revealed at the 2008 Beijing Motor Show, it gained notoriety for its similarity to which British/German car?
Oh my word! That looks like, if you squint, it looks like a Mini.
Well done. Yes, of course. It was the Mini hatchback that it was based on. This was the Lifan 320. A facelift in 2013 distanced it from the comparison to the Mini, but apparently the car now bears more resemblance to the Fiat 500. How fantastic. Right. You're correct. Hang on. Well done. 1 point. You're closer to getting on that cruise. You'll be on your own. You'll be catching all sorts of pandemics, but, you know, you'll still be on a cruise. The X7 made waves in 2014. It is owned by the Land Wind Company, which might be a clue. So what was the X7 Land Wind based upon?
Oh my word. It looks like a poor man's Range Rover Sport? Or
well,
Range Rover? Range Rover.
We're going to give you a range. It's the Range Rover Evoque. Nothing like Range Rover Evoque. What are you talking about? It looked nothing like. This is Landwind. Don't you understand? It's a Landwind car. There's nothing wrong with that.
That is.
They were cool. Land Rover was so naffed off with this car that they took the Chinese company to court in China, and surprisingly or unsurprisingly, the Chinese won. That is not a Range Rover Evoque. Moving on. It may, well, this is okay. So this is two cars, the next one.
Okay.
It's one of the cars it could be based on is Japanese, and one of the cars it could be based on is German. The car was the SCEO, so SCO, and it was made by the company called Shuanghuan. What is it?
Oh, that looks like a BMW
Yes.
X3, X5,
Yes,
X7,
X5. I can't
yeah.
show you the front, but apparently the front looks exactly like the Lexus RX. So we would have taken the name Lexus RX or BMW X5. They took the company Shuanghuang to court over the SCEO. DISCO, the SCEO. As a
Built by
result, the
Ottawa.
car was not banned in China, but was banned by the Germans. Nein, danke, das ist scheiße. Right, here we go. We're moving on to another Chinese company, the CH Auto. They produced an electric supercar called the Lithia. Do you see what they did there? But what is this based upon? The Lithia. What is this based upon? We're not alleging that it's based upon anything, but if you were to take a guess, what would you say that bears a similar? And it is, in fact, this bit here, which
yes, I'm looking at it. It's almost Starsky and Hutch-esque. I would say it's the Audi R8.
Yes, Audi R8. Yes, that's exactly what it's supposedly based upon. Obviously, an homage.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. Now, of course, they decided to borrow. They did like a 4x4. The Chinese, they are big fans of 4x4, and so much so that the Shangjiang company produced the X708. It was a large SUV from the Chongqing-based car maker. But what did they base this upon?
Oh, I would say not necessarily the front, but the rear looks like a Land Rover Discovery.
Yes, you are correct. It was the Land Rover Discovery 4. This bit here, allegedly, I wouldn't say so, but some people might say looks exactly like a Mark II. Was it the Mark II or Mark III Disco? Anyway, not Landwind though. That one, that's the Changgang company. Now, proving that China's automotive...
Chain
Gang company. Now, the Chinese, they're a lovely people. They're definitely not racist folk. And they like other Asian countries as well as European countries. And they've taken their inspiration from the next car from more Asiatic style. The Geely company, who I think are in bed with Volvo, produced this car. Now it's called, love this, the Beauty Leopard, or as they say, a Beauty Leopard. Here is the Beauty Leopard. What is the Beauty Leopard based on, Simon?
Oh my word! Going by the lights, I would say that looks like.
Yes.
Now this is where it could get tricky. I would have said it would have looked like a Hyundai Coupe.
Yes.
But it also looks like a Supra as well.
You get 2 extra points there, Simon. You got 2 points. It's taken its inspiration from the Hyundai Coupe and from the Toyota Supra at the rear. This is very coupe. This is very last generation Hyundai Coupe. This is very so they like the Japanese and the Koreans as well. Not a racist people, very nice people.
Yeah.
Now, of course, what mentioning Chinese car manufacturers without mentioning the Yuzya is, of course, it's a name that drips off every automotive fan. And they brought out a car called the Ranger X, which apparently Ranger X is the Chinese for Knight Rider. You do remember the 1980s TV series.
Yes.
It features kid-inspired LCD lights, a 0 to 60 time of 5.6 and a range of 286 miles, because this is a Chinese electric car from Yuzya, the Ranger X. But what does the Ranger X look like? What do we think the Ranger X looks like? So we get closer, maybe to this section.
Maybe I should throw a brick at the window.
Yeah, maybe that should be an ugly South African, not an attractive Chinese lady. What do you think?
Well, that said, if they're taking inspiration also from Knight Rider, I think that should be someone with big hair. It looks like a Tesla to me.
Yay! Tesla Model S.
Yes.
Again, we're not saying that. I would like this show to be broadcast in China. Just people have said it. Not to be no. Now, I'm not saying that's a very nice car. It's a very big car. It's a very powerful car. Now, there is Chinese are also concerned about the environment. Obviously, that's an electric car, but they're also concerned about size of cars. The Shuanghuang company produced a car called the Noble, not to be confused with Noble of England,
Yes.
who produce sports cars. Now, the Shuanghuang company very concerned about cars becoming too large. They wanted a small city car. What do you think this small city car could be based upon?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That
Where
looks
would they
very
take
much
inspiration? Of course, non-copyright out. Where would they take inspiration possibly for this car?
possibly from Smart.
Yes, correct. Smart
Smart
4.2.
two.
The Noble had seating for 4, unlike the Smart 4.2. Although the people in the back,
On the roof.
would not be allowed to have legs. That would be one condition. 2 members of your travelling group would have to be paraplegics. Now, Geely, of course, they're a famous company. We believe in bed with Volvo, making
Yes.
fantastic new cars. They had a car not so long ago, a saloon car, the Merry. Now, it may have made the owners very merry, but did it make a certain German car manufacturer very merry?
Oh, that's blatant. That is blatant C-Class
Just
Mercedes.
a little bit here. Well done, Simon. Yes. Yes, no slight tweaks or alteration here. Just basically somebody went down to a breaker's yard and ripped off a C-Class front end. Complete, and if I can get that in, with the hood ornament.
Wow.
There, look at that there. It's a circle. It's probably a gun sight, knowing the Chinese. Okay, now, there we go. Now, of course, German cars, why not take your inspiration from them? They make some fantastic cars. Now, there is a company called Zotye, I believe it's pronounced. They produce a car called the SR9, on sale at China at an amazingly cheap price of 12,300. The SR9 Zotye was launched with a turbocharged 4-litre petrol engine sourced from Mitsubishi. So we've got some German styling going on here. Mitsubishi engine, all sounding good, very good price.
Yes.
But what did maybe they take a visit, go on holiday to Stuttgart? What do we think here?
Oh, that very much looks like a Porsche Cayenne. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I give you the half a point for the Porsche if you're thinking more Malaysians like to say when they go and eat. McCann, that's it. That's it. It's the Teddy McCann. The Porsche McCann. We think we don't think we sort of infer that the front grille there and even the badge.
Cues, I think you call it.
No, not at all, Simon. That's definitely. I see that, and I see a Zotye SR9. And finally, you're going to win. Don't worry, you're bendy bully safe. You've got a bonus prize. You've actually got 11 because I decided to give you 2 points because you guessed the Supra and the Coupe. So you've got 11. You're very safe. Now, this is a hard question. You're not going to gamble anything, but if you win this, which German manufacturer is this badge based upon? It's a company called BYD, or as the Chinese say, BYD. And they may have borrowed just a little bit of inspiration from a German manufacturer. Just want to know what you think that could be. Take your time. Take your time. Don't worry. Take your time on this one.
The B could be Bavarian.
Yes.
Bavarian,
Motor. Works.
What?
Of course.
BMW. BYD. BMW.
Munich's finest BMW, and it looks nothing like the BMW badge. Well done, Simon. Well done. You've won. You've got 12 and a half out of 11. You walk away, of course, with that 3-week cruise. Now, it comes complete with a face mask that may or may not work, a pair of marigold gloves that may or may not work, a ventilator that may or may not work, and a large bottle of home brand spirits of your choice, which will definitely work. Killing the coronavirus, we're not sure about that one. So
Yes.
well done about that. And well done for taking part in our quiz here at CarBoyz. Well done. Thank you very much. Well done. And yeah, that's about it from the show today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Go on, let's get rid of that music. Hang on. Enough. There we go. That's it from the show this week. That was a bit of fun, wasn't it?
It was good fun.
What I wonder now is whether we can get copyright striked for showing brands that have been ripping off other people. And my suggestion is not, because we're just arbiters of the truth.
Yes.
If you would like to email the show, get in touch with CarBoyz. You can. We are available on the email at car-boyz, always with a Z, at outlook.com. Car-boyz, boys with a Z, at outlook.com. Facebook, we're car-boyz at CarBoyz with 4 Zs at the end. The other Zs had gone. Twitter, car-boyz, boys with a Z, at car_boys with a Z. And the Instagram, which is not the porno one.
It's car_boys with 3 Zs.
3 Zs. Don't know. I'm doing this the wrong way around. Zs, like Zorro. That's it from the show. Thank you very much for tuning in. That's a Z. It looks like an S. I'm going to go off and, I don't know, teach my children English, maths, geography, do all the things that teachers are supposed to be doing. And what are you doing, Simon, this week? Are you doing some more furloughing?
Yeah, I'll tell you something about that interesting afterwards.
Okay.
I will be watching some planes that don't exist.
Watching some planes that don't exist. Okay, the skies are clear.
They are.
Oh, it's going to be a sad.
Anyway.
It's going to be a sad week for you. Yes, I'm still working hard, so I'll be newsing this weekend and drinking as well. Take care. Thanks for joining us on the show.